pick, always sold out item in one form or another. 30 years, 30,000 galleons, and galleons, which
galleons,
yes,
I like that.
Which would be
That's
antique, but we've got it for this day and this day only. Final and only show, the famous Clean and Pure, $39.95. It is less than $7.50. That has to be the lowest flex pay I have ever seen on this.
I've never seen anything like that on the air.
And if you are an Uber fan in one way, shape, or form or another, of course, call us. We want to say hi to you. You know, Bob, we talk about it every time you're here. This is a practical presence. We talk about the gifts of health and, of course, dental care with our today's special. Can all agree we need to be drinking more water.
No doubt about it.
We're not doing it.
And we know it's important to do that, right? Of course we do. We know it's good to our health and our well-being and everything. But here's the problem. When we turn that tap on, when the water comes out of the faucet, if it looks bad, if it smells bad, definitely if it tastes bad, what happens? We end up going out and buying bottled water, or we don't drink any water at all. Well, we are solving all of those problems with this one unit right here. This is the Clean and Pure. Now, this is a one of a kind. There is no other water filter like this anywhere in the world. And the reason I say that is because you never have to replace the filter. There's no more going back to the store. There's no more spending any additional money replacing a filter. Now, here's a good comparison. Very good water filter on the market. However, every 100 gallons, that's about every month or so, you've got to go back to the store and spend another $20, $25, $30 month after month, year after year. You never, ever have to do that with the Clean and Pure.
Bob, I'm going to stop you right there because if you got to wrap your brain around this.
I know.
Anyone who's ever purchased any other water filtration system, whether it's on your refrigerator, whether it's on your sink in your kitchen, you know, they ding you. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like, oh, okay. And then water purification gets a bad name because it's like, I really didn't replace the filter when I should have. So say that again. 30 years, 30,000.
30 years.
Okay.
So until the year 2048, you never, ever have to spend a penny replacing a filter. There is no maintenance to this whatsoever. Now, in that same 30-year period of time, replacing a filter on something like this, you'll spend over $7,000 in just replacing filters. You never, ever have to do that with the Clean and Pure. And in addition to that, you're getting a whole bunch of water. You're getting 30,000 gallons of water in the Clean and Pure. Now, how much water is, I'm sure we've all bought a bottle of water like this. Getting the Clean and Pure right now is the same as getting over 200,000 of these bottles of water. So we could all do the math on that. It's a tremendous savings, but the bottom line, Shannon, is the fact, as we pointed out, it's good for us. It's good for our health. We know we need to drink water, but why spend money?
We're not doing it. Okay, $7 and change. That is the lowest flex pay I have ever seen on this item. Once more, longest running singular item in one form or another. I mean, we've done a number of derivations of this. We're paying to send it to you. The price is only good now. That's what a this day only means. And this is the last airing of the day. You just pick your color of choice. We have the white, we have the black, we have the red. Bob, you know the first thing I'm gonna say, one of the first times I heard you with this, oh, well, that's all fine and good, but I ain't so good around the house. I'm not so handy.
I'm with you.
It's gonna be complicated. I can just see it coming now.
So the question is, how do you hook it up?
How do you hook it up?
You don't need any special tools. I always say, if I can do it, anybody can do it. You don't have to call anybody. It's so easy. All you have to do is unscrew the existing part of your faucet and then screw on the Clean and Pure. That's it. Once again, no special tools required whatsoever. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I've colored the water green on purpose to kind of represent all the bad stuff in the water. Now, you know, it could be chlorine, could be the bad odor, the bad taste, you know, all the reasons why we don't drink water. There's a little diverter switch right on the side. Now, when I flip that switch, this bad water is going to go through not 2, not 3, not even 4, but 5 stages of filtration. That's impressive. And Shannon, if you would be kind enough, put the glass right under the... I will be your helpful assistant. There you go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to flip that switch. Now watch what happens. Instantly, the bad water goes through those 5 stages of filtration. And look at what is coming out. Clean and pure. Every single time for the next 30 years or more. You can take it away.
Okay. It's hypnotic.
It is. It's so clear.
It's hard to stop.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
But what this translates to me, especially at $7.99, is if you are a bottled water fan, like I have been in the past, first of all, the water that I buy, because I'm fancy, is when it's on sale, it's $2 a bottle, okay? I'm not making my coffee with that. I mean, you know, chances are you should be putting the clean and pure water in the pet dish. You should be putting the clean and pure water in your tea, in your coffee, in your smoothies, when you're cooking, all your recipes. I mean, Thanksgiving, you add a little water to the pan, making your broth and your stock and everything else. Ice cubes. Exactly.
Right.
Well, now, because there's really no cost association with that, now suddenly not only are you drinking more water, you're using it for everything, even outside of just the regular, oh, I'm having a glass of healthy water. And what's funny is, and that's why we want to hear from you, people say, I like it better than fill in the brand of choice, the bottled water that I used to drink. The whole point is, for $7.99, I don't care if it's for your pets, cats, kids, dogs, if you just should be drinking more water, you absolutely should try it. Bob, what are we going to show them next?
Well, the other question that everybody asks is, how can something last this long?
Yeah.
I mean, I've never heard of a water filter where you never have to replace the filter for 30 years.
Good point.
That's a long time. So how could that be? Well, the reason and the answer happens to be inside. So what I've done, Shannon, I've cut the filter in half so we could all kind of go inside the filter.
Yeah.
The water comes in from underneath. It hits that initial micron pad. Then it goes into a gold area. That's KDF, a special electrochemical process. And then another micron pad. So within a matter of seconds, that unfiltered water is already being filtered. And then you see the large black area, that's all recycled coconut shell. And it actually ionizes the water. It balances the water. And then there's another micron pad right at the very top. Now in the beaker, we can see that water is pink.
Yes.
It's pink because we took the water from the tap here in the studio, and then we used a pool testing kit. We tested it, and it turned pink. So that's telling us that for sure that there is chlorine in this water.
Gotcha.
Now, you know, without pool testing it, it would look clear, and you might drink it, right?
Yeah.
But we know there's chlorine in this water. I'm going to take just one of the stages, one of the 5 stages, which is the KDF.
So that's just one of the 5.
Yeah, just one of 5. Look at that.
Oh, man.
Instantly, that chlorine, I got to do it again. It happens so fast.
Yeah.
All right. This is, I mean, which means that every time you turn your tap on, not for a week, a month, a year, but for the next 30 years or more, you never ever have to worry about the bad odor. You never have to worry about that bad taste. This is water that you'll want to drink. And if you're a coffee lover, I mean, Shannon mentioned it a moment ago, I love coffee. If you get ready for the best tasting cup of coffee you've ever had, made with the water from the clean and pure, there is nothing else like this anywhere in the world. And that's why I give you my personal guarantee. Allow us to send you one. You're going to make that final decision. Shannon and I could talk all night about this, but you're not going to know until you taste it. So allow us to send you one. And when you get this at home, if it turns out not to be the best tasting cup of coffee or lemonade, iced tea, glass of water, if it's not the best that you ever had, then send it back. I don't want you to keep it. I want you and your family to have something that you're going to enjoy for years and years, 30 years or more, and never have to spend another penny. Now, here's a question, Shannon.
Okay.
Have any idea how much water you drink in a month?
Oh boy, and I drink a lot of water.
I know you do.
I do.
I know you do.
That'd be hard for me to calculate.
I'm going to show you, on average, what an average family of 4 would consume over the course of 1 month. You're going to see some glasses here.
Yeah.
There are 405 8-ounce glasses. That's what the average family of 4 consumes in 1 month. At the price that everybody is getting the clean and pure for right now, you are getting all of that water for less than 5 cents.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Less than a nickel, you are getting all of that water.
Oh, wow.
And we are talking month after month, year after year. You cannot go wrong with this. And you know, I think today more than ever before, we're all thinking about getting a water filter.
We are, you're right.
And one of the reasons happens to be exemplified by something like this. You can see the pipes and the, you know, and we hear all the time about the condition of drinking water. If you are considering a water filter, whether it be a clean and pure or not, any water filter, I want you to ask yourself one question. The water filter that you're thinking about buying, will you ever have to replace the filter? If the answer is yes, get ready to spend a lot of money over the years. I'm here to tell you the choice right here with the Clean and Pure, you never have to spend another penny for 30 years or more. Shannon, it is the only one like it in the world.
The only one like it, and that's why it is the longest singular running item in one way, shape, or form, in one form of another. It's for this show. It is for today, for the next hour only, for $39.95. It has free shipping, has the lowest flex pay I've certainly ever had when I've aired this in different forms, one or another with Bob, over the course of the decades that we've both been here. And when you say that you don't have to worry about spending another penny for 30 years, yes, the cost factor, but I think of my parents, well water, city water, doesn't matter, any kind of water, they have the big water jug. Now, here's what's funny. Their well water was tested, and they had several animals with medical problems over the last couple years. They thought it was associated with the well water. So now, my dad, arthritis, shoulder surgery, my mom, back surgery, she's got arthritis. It's like, who's gonna lift the water bottles? They'll give the bottled water to the dog, but they won't drink it all the time. So we take better care of our pets than we do our family members sometime in the Smith household. But I think part of it is those water jugs are so unwieldy, they're so heavy, they're so clunky, they're so cumbersome, and it's a limited supply. So when the snow flies in Minnesota, if they're out of the bottled water, they're out of the bottled water until the snow plow comes.
Right, exactly.
You've got clean and pure water for 30 years.
Never have to replace anything. I mean, and you mentioned about well water, and I want everyone to know, if you happen to live in an area, or maybe you have well water or extreme conditions of drinking water, we have available on hsn.com. It is the Paramax. I call it the Enhancer. This will fit right on top of your existing Clean and Pure. So if you already have a Clean and Pure, you know, you can get this by itself and put it right on what you already have. Or if you're getting this tonight, you can get this as well. Okay, extra endurance.
We've only got a few minutes remaining, so I'd love to show you again. You just read my mind. And remember, if you have it, of course, we would love to say hi to you. You just choose the white, the black, or the red. It's a gift that really you should do for yourself, or if you want. I think of my grandmother. We were always trying to get my grandma to drink more water, and it was hard. I mean, so even if you're trying to promote more water drinking for somebody in your family, this is perfect. So once more, this is representative of the stuff I got in there right now.
Yeah, that's food coloring is what I put in there, but it represents the bad odor, the bad taste, all the things that keep us from drinking and enjoying and having the healthy water that we need. I've never heard a doctor say, don't drink water. I mean, we know we need to drink water, but we don't do it because of all the you know, external factors out there. But now you don't have to leave it to chance. You got a choice, and the choice is the Clean and Pure. Not 1 or 2 or 3 stages of filtration, but we are offering you 5 separate stages of filtration on this Clean and Pure. So you are getting the best of the best, no doubt about it. And the clarity, I don't know, you know, here in the studio we have so many lights that the smallest of particles you'd be able to see floating around.
You would.
I don't see anything floating in this glass. I mean, that's about as clear as you can possibly. Have you ever had a glass of water from the kitchen sink and on a windowsill, and maybe a ray of sunshine was coming in? You'd see floaties.
You do.
There's a term for that. It's called turbidity. I know, I like floaties better, but that's what they call it scientifically, is turbidity. You're not going to find any floaty. This is water that you want to drink. Also, keep in mind, with water, 0 calories. Zero. And I saw some water at the store about a month ago. On the bottle, it had an expiration date. And I haven't been able to figure that one out yet. Expiration date.
I know, it's like, what?
Yeah, you don't want something like that. And you don't have to worry about the plastic anymore, the leaching, or anything like that. Once again, the difference is right here.
Hey, red, there are only 100 to go around. Your choice, the red, the black, the white. The choice is clear. It is, I guess, pun intended. I mean, really. The price is only good now at $39.95. It is free shipping. That's the lowest flex pay I have ever had on any of our Clean and Pures with Bob. They've always gone on to be customer picks and sold out. Remember, we have our extended holiday return policy, and chances are, even if you're not drinking as much water, I know you're doing more cooking over the course of the next several weeks or months than we do all year round. Even if you only use this in the cooking process, even if you only use this, as we keep saying, for your tea, for your coffee, for your ice cubes, maybe it's, you know, brining that turkey like I'm gonna be doing in the next couple of days, you really have to switch that, flip that switch on your brain. You have to conceptualize, wait a minute, I'm not bringing home big, heavy, clunky bottles. I'm not spending $2 or $3, sometimes $3 on a bottle of water, depending on how fancy you want to get. And then more importantly, now there's no cost derivative or factor, so you're not thinking, oh, I can't afford that to put that in the dog dish. I can't afford to put that in the pet bowl. I can't afford to make my coffee with that. And easy breezy. Again, Bob, I just thread this on my regular faucet,
you
right?
unscrew the existing part on your faucet and you screw this right on. You don't need any tools or anything like that. You were mentioning going out and buying bottled water. And of course, prices are going to vary around the country, what a bottle like this would cost. But what will not vary is how much water you're getting in the Clean and Pure. You're getting the equivalent of over 200,000 of these bottles. That's what you're getting, over 200,000 of these in the Clean and Pure. Now, once again, the pink in the beaker means there's chlorine in that water. I'm taking only one of the stages of filtration, which is the KDF, and it's gone just like that. The point I'm trying to make is that every time you turn that tap on for the next 30 years or more, middle of the night, it doesn't matter when, your assurance is that you're going to have water that you want to drink, water that you can enjoy. And again, we go back to the fact that we know we need to drink water. And for years and years, maybe you went without a water filter. Somebody told me a long time ago, if you don't find a good water filter, you're going to force your own body to become the filter. So I think we all need to decide to get a water filter nowadays. Now, whether it's another one or get a water filter, make sure that you're having filtered water. I recommend this one because it has stood the test of time. It's NSF certified, National Sanitary Foundation certified, and it is going to get you water without having to go back and spend another penny. Once again, 5 stages of filtration on this water filter. So the water is going to go through all 5 stages, coming out nice and clean, nice and pure every single time, Shannon, for the next 30 years or more.
So a girlfriend of mine, they're inducing her as we speak. So the newborn will be beyond high school, beyond college, beyond.
Right.
She won't even be in her 20s anymore by the time you have to figure about buying something else. I don't have to figure out, okay, where do I get the filter? How do I put the filter on? Are they still going to keep making the filters? Is it the XYK filter? There are all those.
You never
is
know,
it the PT145 filter? All those things you have to worry about. Any kind of water, well water, city water, we can all agree we need more water, and this price is only good now. So this price is only good now. $7.99 flex pay, unconditional money back guarantee until the end of January. Bob, I got to tell you, winner, chicken dinner. We love this all day long.
Can't go